told us that he was driving.
I was driving, but my dad was coming back, so, and I decided I wanted to drive.
Yeah. At least he wants to sell that thing.
Well, the good thing is they didn't give me a fast motorcycle. I'm getting there pretty quick. I'm getting there pretty quick.
I've got 2 drops left.
You really thought I was gonna give you some slow looking motorcycle? Hey man, you see this? You see that? Yeah.
Just make sure you don't hit the trash truck.
Well, I won't hit the trash can. I'll hit the motorcycle. I mean the
I'm
cars.
dropping off my last one.
Alright, I'm getting the trash truck right now.
Okay.
God.
2 hours later.
You got 22 minutes.
I love SpongeBob when he says that.
Do what?
Oh my
I
gosh.
love when SpongeBob says that.
Yeah, 2 hours later.
Oh, I love SpongeBob.
SpongeBob Square Britches.
You know, it's a weird phenomenon how fast, how much that show's caught on.
Oh yeah. Did you know in SpongeBob they all represent the 7 deadliest sins?
What?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah. So when you get a chance, look up, just Google 7 deadliest sins, all right? And then the next time you watch SpongeBob, you'll catch on.
Oh, honey, you're SpongeBob.
I'll probably still watch it.
You can still watch it. I didn't say not to watch it. I'm just saying that they do that on purpose, though. But yeah, all right, like what's his name? Okay, is always it's all about him. Okay, so yeah, so he is your greedy person, and I forgot how all of them goes because I ain't watched SpongeBob in like forever. But once you'll know what I'm talking about. I don't know which ones are which in order. I can't remember. But just look up 7 Deadly Sins, and then when you watch SpongeBob, you'll get it. It'll click.
Patrick's the lazy one.
Yeah. So he's lazy, and then whoever eats, and then you got one that eats all the time. That would be what they would consider obesity, or whatever, which is technically.
Well, I don't know. That would be Patrick too. Patrick started eating
Oh no,
lazy.
I'm sinning, honey. I'm obese.
No, you're not. No, that ain't what that means.
I'm coming, Mary.
It's somebody that like sits and eats like every day, all day. I mean, like from daylight to dark. Like an alcoholic drinks a beer, it'd be like the same concept with food. Like they'd have basically you'd have to you'd have to eat like you'd go to a buffet and do that every day and all day. Like never stop eating. Like just never. Like you don't go 20-30 minutes or nothing. You just like constantly eat the whole time. I don't know how anybody. I don't know how anybody can do that, but people do though. But some people can't. Like I mean, they can help it, but they can't help it. I guess if that makes sense.
Yeah, some of it's a disease that, you know.
Yeah, it's like me wanting to. When I smoke a cigarette. Well, some people don't go to cigarettes; they go to food. You know, that's their comfort. You know, so it's all. You know, it's all the same concept.
He knows that I don't go to food for comfort. I got extremely sad. I didn't even eat until the next day.
Yeah, I know it works that way. I've been doing good since then.
Fun is doing her best.
Doing great. Alright, I finally made it here.
I finished my last drop off. Just 4 more drops to left.
No, I don't got a flying vehicle. I'll just take a car.
Don't you have power saving?
Yes, but no.
Okay.
Let's just use my classic motorcycle. Not that good.
That motorcycle you let me drive to the truck, that thing's fast, dude.
Not as fast as the oppressor.
My pressure's just fast because it's in the air.
That motorcycle came in. Get on land.
Hey, could you could land it on a car and then ride on it on top of the roof.
Dude, what the heck is wrong with you? What are you talking about?
That's a challenge.
I'm looking for. Oh gosh.
Roof surfing.
Hey, what is the best vehicle that you have? Like the funnest vehicle you have?
My motorcycle.
Your
Why do
motorcycle.
you think I drive it as much as I do?
I think that has a couple as a yes, because that's the same vehicle to me. But I think we all know who has the best motorcycle now.
Me.
You.
That.
Nick.
I don't know if that counts as a motorcycle though, right? It does. Being it flies in the air. I don't know if that's considered a motorcycle.
It really don't count as one, they just put it in the motorcycle club.
Everything's in a motorcycle club, is it?
No!
What
Okay,
happened?
we're good.
Are we doing my pool?
I jumped that ramp and
Are we doing my motion?
about went over the wall.
Oh no.
I don't believe I can. Da 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 da. Oh 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 oh. I can believe I can touch the American flag in the sky. Oh, oh my gosh! I just did by dying. It's gone. Do you guys know what happens when you die and what song plays? Do you guys know? Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
I don't know. I don't want to think about death.
It's about to happen to someone in here because I'm about to go flying.
Well, my guess is it's amazing when we die. It's Amazing Grace by Courtney.
Nope. I hope
And
not.
what is it again?
Yeah, no.
Dun, 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 dun.
I got one more.
Yay! You got this.
Nate, what's that you listen to it? It's you used to listen to it. It's like a heaven thing where you die. Like remember that thing where someone like slapped him in the face and it went to the heaven sky and it said dun dun like some song. Remember?
No. Is it on TikTok or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember. Oh, you talking about that guy that does comedy for like Christian comedy guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't seen that in years. So that was like 2 or 3 years ago. I don't know what happened to that video. I'd have to go
2 or 3
through
years
some.
old, Dad, I was born.
You wanna hear something funny, honey? So,
Yeah, I'm eating. What's up?
I was working, you know, they're like, make sure you're smiling, make sure you're doing this and this. And then the food would be like, is there anything else I can get for you? It's so nice, you know, creepy how nice they want you to be. And I go, well, I wanted to be like, here's your food, eat your food, and sleep out. You know how...
Get your food and never come back.
Mm-hmm.
Get your food. Put your food and never come back.
Yeah, like that old grumpy dude on Jeff.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just like that.
That'd be funny.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of that,
Almost there.
Nick,
You're almost there, Donnie. Yeah.
have you ever ate at Dick's?
What?
Ew!
No, really. Have you ever ate at Dick's restaurant? That's the name of it.
No, yeah.
No, I'd be afraid of what they're serving.
They don't serve that. They're called that because if you want to go eat somewhere, I won't go back. Just put it that way. Like, but I'm going to tell you, you have to have a real sense of humor. Like, I mean, a really good sense of humor, because what they do, they throw. They're paid. This is where Mary could go if she really wants to throw out anger. She gets paid to be rude. She can get paid to be rude. The waitress will throw you. Hey, hold on, I'm trying to talk. They throw stuff at you. Like what they do is, like, say they'll ask you, what do you want to drink or whatever. They'll get it to you, and I mean, they won't throw the glass at you, but they set it down, and then they'll throw the straws at you, and then they throw the napkin at you, and then they throw the forks and spoons and all that, and they just throw it all over the table. Alright, well, and then they're like, is that all? Is that all? I mean, they're just like hateful the whole time. Like, I mean, they're yelling at you and whatever. Okay.
That's like my kind of place.
And then they'll go and get these hats they put on your head, and it could say anything, dude. I mean, there's nothing like they can't say, pretty much. Like it warns you when you go in there to be aware of it, because like there's like nothing under the limits. I mean, it's like they can say anything they want to say or whatever. I stole your motorcycle, Ed. But yeah, it's I think, unless we're supposed to be delivering these, I'm not sure. What happened, Ada?
Yeah, we're delivering. We gotta deliver helicopters. We're flying helicopters.
Hey!
Delivering stuff.
Why'd you do that?
Do what?
He stopped me from driving his car. But yeah, anyway, yeah, it's rough, dude. It's up there in Galtenberg. We went to it one time, and I mean, I got a sense of humor or nothing. It wasn't like nothing offended me or nothing. It just makes you feel awkward, because you go to a restaurant, you know, you're wanting to sit there with your family and eat and stuff, but they're yelling the whole time and being rude the whole time, and I mean, it's just like you're trying to be nice to them, and they don't acknowledge that, because they're getting paid to be rude. Like, so if you're like, thank you, they're like, whatever, you know, whatever. Like, I mean, that's what they say. They're like, whatever.
And all you have to say is, okay.
I mean, they're just hateful. It's funny. It's fun. It's hilarious though. But I couldn't do that.
But they're doing it. They gotta do it playfully, probably.
In a sort of way, but you wouldn't. I mean, like, honestly, you wouldn't know they're playing unless you knew they was playing. Like, I mean, they're straight up buhos.
That's probably why they have to have something on the door.
Oh yeah, they gotta warn you before you go in there. Like, they warn you that. You know, if you don't have a sense of humor or whatever, this restaurant's not for you, basically. But what I don't like though is they'll say things mean to kids, and that's what kept me from going. Like Aiden, and when we went, was like 4 or 5, like 5 years old, and Aiden was trying to be nice, and they'd been rude. That's kind of what ticked me off. I'm like, okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
Dad, you know what I was thinking? I was about to smack him out. I couldn't do it though because I'm too little.
They'll tell the kids shut up, and yeah, you know.
Do you want to take the red and white? Oh wait, there's 3 helicopters. Okay, never mind. Like
Dad, I'll go there back again, and if he still works there, I'm slapping him out. So just go back.
No, you want to know where I want to take Nick? I want to go to Vegas with him. There's a $100 shake, but it's almost as tall as me.
Oh wow.
And it's got 4 donuts, and it's full of ice cream and Pepsi.
I I can't eat all that. I got my lactose intolerance. You must have
I'm
to
so
be all
happy
for
for
it.
you. That wouldn't be for me. I just want to go.
Well, there's another place in Vegas. You watch Fluffy, right? There's another place in Vegas that's kind of like that too, honey.
Yeah,
Are you serious,
don't tell me
Mary?
your toothpaste. Thank you.
Yeah.
Wow.
I want to go there too.
Yeah, and then you gotta wear a hospital gown, and then they're really nice to you and everything, but they tell you when you go in, like they give you like the worst stuff on purpose. It's supposed to be like what you were talking about, Donnie.
Right.
It's supposed to be a gag, or
Yeah.
a gig, or however you say it. Supposed to be they're trying to stick out from all the other restaurants.
They've got a chocolate cake shake that looks so good.
Yeah, I'd say that they do.
I'm so excited. I want to go someday. I've never been. I haven't been a lot, so. Yay.
Well, Donnie, I think I figured out why they call it that. They're doing that. I mean, they're making my nickname look bad because I don't be doing that.
Yeah.
Damn, that's
I
crazy.
spread the truth as in like the truth. Like not like in a mean way. I might be sarcastic from time to time, but that's it. I have limits.
Yeah, they
Why do you
don't
guys
have
get
limits.
helicopters and I get a point?
There's another helicopter.
That's a fine.
No, there was another black helicopter.
How many helicopters were there?
3.
Okay, I've got one. I've got one too. I'm flying one right now, so.
You don't have to land it.
What's that?
It's not a requirement.
I landed the one earlier when I brought it back to the my bunker, surprisingly.
Right.
When you were eating. Yeah. See, I could drive these
I was using
planes.
the bathroom at that time.
Yeah. See, I can drive these. These ones don't bother me. It's the ones on the water that throws me for a loop if I got like make a sharp turn, which is the same concept. I guess I just gotta really concentrate, not freak out.
They're hard to fly, man. I mean, you're good, Donnie. I understand. I will not even upset about it.
Give me another one. You know what? That
I'm going
stupid
to the
bike.
next business now.
Hold on, I'm almost done. I've got 3 left.
Oh, you're fine. I'm flying to the next one because I gotta keep selling because I don't want to get rated.
You're okay.
What stinks is I need to get there and then I have to go to the bathroom.
I'm concerned. You've been going to the bathroom a lot. You've been going more than I have. That's unusual.
Yeah, my stomach's been upset for some reason.
Weird.
I know the reason, but it's my own fault.
Did you have too much salsa?
I guess you could say that.
Cheese?
Salsa.
Told you.
Because I can't get up there.
I told you about that, Nick.
Yep, you did. You did, good sir.
How dare you?
Nick.
I know, right? I gotta stop putting salsa in this house.
Yeah, they're so good.
You're like me, Nick. You want everything that you're not supposed to eat.
Yeah. This darn diet stuff's bland. Now, I will admit, Mary has made some pretty good diet stuff, but it's still, even though she makes it really good, but it's still not the same as like normal stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I would make you normal stuff if you could know, if I could be good at portion sizes, and you know.
Yeah.
I'm not good at portion sizes.
You just have to give him a little bit and then hide the rest of it.
That's okay. I'll just keep the pineapple salsa. It's not as hot.
Well, so we can't have like hot stuff, or like milk, or like that has like oil, like that has like stuff, whatever.
Yeah. He's not supposed to have too much dairy or salsa. But you know what? That's okay. I still love him.
How do I keep dying? What the heck?
I don't know. Hi, baby. Aww.
Hey, Nick.
You want an attention? Hi, the baby. Hi, baby.
Oh, I already dropped her, that's why.
Stick your butt in my face.
Hey, Nick.
Nick will be right back. He had to go to the bathroom. Honey, you're fine. Do I need to pick you up some Pepto-Bismol? I guess it's just comfy for her.
You can't just
I don't know why. It's just a comfort thing, I guess.
So, what is the most worst vehicle you have?
We got one more drive, sweet, then we get paid.
Maybe you can show me your vehicles, Manny. Okay. Sure.
Maybe. Memphis.
Yeah, 900,000, 92,000 K, bro. What?
This is awesome.
Oh, these good.
Hi, baby. That's good, honey. Lucille, come say hi back to me. Oh, I love my baby. She likes watching the TV all the time with me. She's so sweet. Yes, you are. Honey, I was talking to Lucille. She's so silly, though. Sorry. I'll be right back.
All right.
I heard you. Done.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Waiting on Nick.
So where's Mary?
Probably checking on Nick.
Okay.
Oh, you're back?
Yeah, how to use the bathroom. Okay, you're right, I don't have to worry.
That. What's wrong with me?
What's happening? Hurting from what? You gonna be okay? Don't die. Don't die.
Mary, please. Mary,
Please.
Nick, hey Nick, can I use one of your vehicles?
We gotta drive this. I need my vehicles.
Okay, I'll just drive the helicopter then.
Okay, we're attempting some discretion here and pretending we're the postal
Johnny.
service. Got it?
There's another
Or
slow
a motorcycle.
Products loaded and ready for delivery.
Okay, I'm back.
Hi.
Hello.
Okay, honey, you gotta drive that vehicle. Or Donnie does, somebody does.
Why me?
What vehicle?
It's a UPS truck.
You know what's so rude is just hitting someone with their own vehicle.
Alright, let me.
Dad, you wanna get in here? You want a race? Or you're gonna...
I'm gonna ride with Mary.
Okay, bet. Well, I'm gonna catch you guys with my fast vehicle.
We're gonna slide with Donnie.
I don't know, Donnie might not like my driving. It scares Nick, but...
Sometimes.
It's all good. You can do it. I'll just close my eyes.
We all have.
I guarantee you, give me enough time with Donnie will scare me too. Probably more than you, huh?
Probably.
Remember, he said the speed limit is only recommended.
Bro, the speed limit is like 200.
Excuse me. You know what movie I've been wanting to see?
What?
Is that new Elemental movie. I know it's childish, but I want to see it. Called Elemental.
I don't know who it is. Sorry.
It's about elements and how they catch things. I don't know why I want to see it, but I do.
Well, I got Elements. We can watch an Element show right now. You should have told me about that. Captain Planet is Elements. Earth, wind, fire, and ice.
Please don't shoot the truck.
Water.
Honey, now what I mean is this is an animated show.
That is too.
Okay, I don't... You never mind, I love it.
I love you too. I'm just saying you're getting on technicalities here.
Technicality, it's a new movie that just came out.
Oh, okay. Well, Captain Planets is like 80s and 90s, so.
There you go. Is that a better way?
But they were about things. Captain Planet, he was our hero.
And a dead soldier.
You know who's my hero?
Oh.
You.
You know
I still be you.
What?
Donnie.
In the beginning, how many tank?
Let me closer to God.
Well, I hope so.
Yeah.
I'm kind of scared right now.
I see Mary on a rock.
Creepy dreams where I die.
In the
And they
beginning.
feel so real.
Well, you accepted the Lord as your Savior, right?
He's saving your body and taking it to heaven.
Well, then you're good.
Well, you know, too, Mary, some dreams are not like physical more than they are spiritual. Like if you're, I was just saying, if you're showing yourself dying, it don't necessarily mean you're dying. It could mean multiple things. But it could also mean spiritually it could be heading in the wrong direction. It could be God's warning to you to get on a better path, it can mean multiple things. I'm not saying I don't know what path that you're on. I don't know y'all's personal life. I'm just saying, I'm just giving you examples. It can mean multiple things, whenever you dream something like that.
Something like that, something bad always happens. Either someone gets sick, someone dies.
Yeah, well, they could.
Just like you said, found out family was sick.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying too, and it can also mean that too. It could mean you're seeing yourself because, see, God comes to you in something that you recognize, you realize. You know what I'm saying? Like even if you ever hear God speak to you, you'll know it's God because He's going to come to you, and it's almost going to sound as you. But it'll be a lower, calmer voice, and you'll know that it's not you speaking. But it comes to you speaking to you as a voice that you're familiar with, because He ain't going to scare you. People think that God's going to be like, "Hey, Nick," He don't talk like that. It's an inner voice. Yeah, it's an inner voice, but you'll know that it's not you, if that makes sense. You'll know the difference if you hear it. But yeah, I mean, it could do that too, though. It could be warning you of sickness and things like that, and He's showing you as you because, He's not necessarily wanting to show you exactly who the person is, but He's kind of warning you, hey, danger's coming, warning, something, sickness is kind of happening in the family, or, God does stuff like that, though.
Yeah, and He brings people in and out of our lives at different times.
Yep, everything's for season.
Grandma knew she was going to die in 4 months. Last time I've seen them, it was like 4 months, 3 months, 2 months.
Wow.
Right.
Next
That's
week.
fair, me. I don't want to die. Even though I'm right with God, I don't want to die yet.
No.
You're not dying.
Well, so you're saying someone close to you. Because I'm the closest one to you right now.
We
You said
rebuke
it was closest like that.
death in Jesus' name.
Yeah.
And I will get a bunch
Well, all I know is if I'm on my deathbed, hon, and I need, well, yeah, but I need Donnie there with his book and his holy water.
Okay.
We don't need a
Baptize
holy water.
No.
We don't need a holy water. We need a God's.
Let's
We need
just
some
hope that,
well
let's hope
water.
that don't happen
That God.
anytime soon. You
Holy
know?
water
I
is
know, but I want
not
Donnie there with his holy water. That ain't even a joke. I really want Donnie there.
Okay.
What the?
No, but it was so real. I literally dreamt that I killed myself and got myself cremated. Please don't blow up the van. And then I helped Nick solve a serial killer case that they were burying the bodies underground.
Oh, well, Nick, do you need to talk about something?
I'm not doing nothing like that. I know you're joking, but I don't even know.
It felt
She
so real.
woke me up and I was like, what?
I ate pizza for breakfast.
Nick, let's talk about it. But no,
Manny, get over here.
that's crazy though. But yeah, things like certain dreams and stuff, if it's spiritual stuff, it may not make no sense. And it could be totally showing you people that's with you that has nothing to do with the people. You know, it's just something that you gotta kind of keep in mind, pray on it, and ask the Lord to give you more like revelation to what that dream's supposed to mean, you know. And there, it could be 2-3 years down the road before it just like bam hits you all of a sudden. You're like, oh, that's what it meant, you know. I mean, or it could happen within a few days or same day, you know.
The biggest thing is I hope if something does happen to me, Bonnie, and then I can't disrupt Donnie on his work days.
I'm sure Donnie would come, right?
Yeah, something like that happened, I don't think that I would, no, if something like that happened, that'd be a mercy. Hey, don't blow up that truck,
But
bro.
Donnie, you still gotta, you can't get behind on your yards, Donnie.
Yeah, them guards can wait on something like that. One thing, I'm a family man, because like this is the way I am. My family comes first, and I consider y'all family. Like if an emergency comes, and I don't care about anything else. I've been always like that. I mean, I've told,
Stop doing it if she's asking you nicely.
and even people that I've worked with before, same dang way. You know, people like if I actually work for a person, I'm just flat out tell them, look, my son, like when I never missed anything on my son's stuff with school. I told him, I said, my son's got to go this or any a doctor's appointment that had to go to the doctor's for his foot. I just went up to my boss and said, I need off. You know, and I did, you know, and I always got it off by the grace of God. But even if I didn't, I just tell him, well, you can fire me. I'm taking off tomorrow regardless, so you can just fire me if you don't like it. That's just basically my attitude when it comes to that. My family comes first. I can go get a job tomorrow. I don't need your job. You know.
Yeah, but Donnie, this is different. This is solid.
So.
This is so different.
No, it's my job. I take off. Well, now I own my own business, so I definitely ain't gonna tell I don't give a crap too craps what my customers think. I'll be like, look, I gotta take off. I'll be there when I get there and mow your yard. If you don't like it, and buy yourself a push mower. I mean.
I know I love how he's like that,
I mean, it's funny, but I'm being serious at the same time. I'd watch him too. No, I told some of my customers.
You're gonna have to get your own push mower.
You're gonna have to push mow your own yard until I get back. Or find somebody else. Hey, I ain't gonna kill you. I ain't kidding you not. I fired customers. They don't have to fire me. I fire them. I have many times. I have. I told them take their. I told them to go find them another mowing service. I quit. I don't play game, man. Just 'cause I'm my own owner or something, I don't let that whole customers are always right. That's a bunch of bull crap. Ever heard that?
I agree.
They just tell you that because these multi-billionaires want to keep being multi-billionaires. So they want you to walk on eggshells and just give them whatever them people want. But a lot of times people come in there demanding things and all that because their little fries are cold. Well, I need a whole year's worth of fries. You know? Like, get out of here with that crap. You know? It wouldn't pay me to be a restaurant owner. I'd probably lose money. That'd be like, tell them to make their own fries if they don't like the way we make them around here. Tell them you can go down there to the dollar store.
They don't want to make their own fries.
Right, everybody, you go down there to the dollar store and pick you up, get you some fries, put it in the oven, put you some salt on it, and there you go. You know?
Charge for an ice cream cone. I had to tell them no. And they told me, okay, well, the dollar store and buy some ice cream. It's like, okay.
Yeah. I want to tell y'all something about this McDonald's and their ice cream. You all being a multi-billion-dollar company, y'all's ice cream shops, your ice cream machines are always down. I know. They turn the crap off because they don't want to do it. Yeah, you don't got to tell me or explain to me. I know how they are. They don't want it.
It's also that they got to be clean.
Yeah, well, they got to be cleaned all the time. Every time I ever go get an ice cream. Every time I went to get an ice cream. I'm sorry, our machine's down. I really want to I bite my tongue and drive off, and I really want to say, why don't you tell your multi-billionaire business owner here to get it there and get some more machines or fix his machines or something, because it's always down.
I don't think they're too worried about the ice cream right now. They had a store burned down.
What happened to it?
A store an hour away from us burned down. Properly, and
sounds like
something dripped into the oil, and it went kaboom.
Sounds like an insurance claim. I'd look into it if I was a lawyer.
Yeah. Let's just say their pockets are hurting a little bit.
Well, time for tax write-off. Let's blow one of our stores up that's less active. You know, we won't lose it. It's just like dollar store. Has it ever made any sense why in the world you throw a dollar store up every block? I mean, I'm not even lying to you, Nick, when I tell you I have at least 7 dollar stores within 5 minutes of my house. Every one of them. There's one on 411 that you went down to the store with me on. Okay, if I go to the end of that road and I make a right, there's another one. If I go straight, there's another one. If I turn left and go down that way, there's another one. They're literally, okay, now, they can't keep employees now. They can't even get employees to take on the ones they have. Why in the world do they keep making more? Does that make any sense?
No.
Tax write-off. Tax write-off is what it is, but it still don't make no sense.
Yeah, so Donnie, it's the same thing over here. When you pull out of my driveway, right, you take a left, dollar store.
Yeah.
You come back, you take a right, you go to town, you go to Jefferson City, there's one right next to McDonald's. You come back, you take a right, you go right down there to the middle of actual New Market. There's one there. There's 3 of them within a 5-mile radius of me too.
Yeah, and you know why? You know what? Reason I like dollar stores. I'm thankful we got them. You know, but it's kind of sad. If you actually, I never read the book, but I've had somebody read it and told me what it was about. But basically, and I've watched videos, the guy basically that owns the dollar store, his number one goal is to put every mama and papa shop out of business. Like, so that is why he throws up so many of these dollar stores, so that in so many different spots, so that way, like, say me and you wanted to open up a little thrift store or a little grocery store or something, we couldn't do it because we couldn't compete against a multi-billion-dollar company. And that's why they do it. And that's the same way with Walmart's, and that's probably the same reason why McDonald's do it. And Burger King and all of them. They throw so many of them up within so many miles, so that way your small little businesses couldn't survive. Like, say, for instance, and this is what I've learned over the years working with people. Okay, so when I worked with Rex Howard, okay, I was under a contract that as long as I was working with Rex Howard, I could not do any type of landscaping business or anything on the side. Because I would be pitting with him and working with him.
It's because you used all my money.
And there are some that won't let you you sign a contract and say for Mary, for instance, some would be like, say for instance, say McDonald's worked this way. If she was under a contract with McDonald's, if she quit or got fired, she could not work at another McDonald's or not at a McDonald's, but another, like a Burger King or Wendy's or anything until at least like a year or something after she quit. And a lot of places do that. It's because they won't let you take what you learned from them and try to take out their competition, like go to a competition or whatever. And there's a lot of people like that.
Burger King over here tries to sell Mary. But the problem is they didn't give her hours. Yeah, but they don't give her hours, and they lied about giving her days off, and then they lied about giving her hours.
Right.
So she just quit.
Right.
Basically, and went back to McDonald's. Yeah, and you keep getting raises and you're making your way up. They were making promises that they couldn't keep.
Yeah, a lot of them do that. They tell you what you want to hear, so they keep you around.
Yeah. Well, McDonald's definitely does that too. They do that to Mary a lot.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to get into that. Just
yeah, like they offer
when I say something about it.
Yeah, if I come in at 5 to do maintenance.
And why every time I go to the barber shop, even when I'm not doing a mission, it says like that. Like, it won't let me get a haircut.
It's because we've been doing missions.
Yeah, even when I don't do a mission, it won't let me.
I don't know why. We got this business, we got my bunker, and we got my nightclub. So we got this business and 2 nightclubs.
And after that, I gotta see if I can upgrade my phone. I hope so, too.
I think you guys didn't accept it, so I think you're close to place my somebody did.
It kicked me out of your store. It kicked me out. I joined it and it kicked me out.
Yeah, I know, but...
Because right when you start the mission, it kicked me out.
One of y'all good guys. There you go, Donnie.
Flying in the sky, just like we just don't care.
I know, it's not fair. Trust me, I know. I spend all day.
Actually, this thing ain't as fast as you think it is. Like Donnie said it earlier, and this is exactly what I told Aiden. It seems fast because you're in the air, there's no traffic. So if you can go take a straight line to where you gotta go.
Are you hearing cookies again?
No, I heard like water or something.
Oh, Oh, it's probably the mic rubbing on my shirt or something.
Oh, no, don't sound like it. But anyway,
Or Aiden, because he's laughing.
we're not going that fast.
I was drinking water.
I actually could prove that if I could pull out 2 cars at once. I'll pull out that 4-door. I'll pull down the Deluxo. And if you really know how to drive in this game and know how to dodge traffic, right? The land cars can be faster than the Deluxo. It's just the Deluxo can go in a straight line while it's flying. That's the only thing. It just seems like it goes faster, but it's not. So Donnie got that right on the money. Just because it flies, it's just because you're not having to compete with the traffic. Which, in my opinion, that makes you better at the game when you compete with the traffic. Because just like we were playing, me and Ada were playing some setups and stuff earlier, Donnie. And some of these arcades and some of these other things, you can't bring the oppression. You can't bring the what stuff. It won't let you into the mission.
Right.
So if you rely yourself too heavily on these 2 vehicles, you're not going to get any better.
Right.
I've been doing that. I got better aim, so it did help.
Hey then. Stop.
How about you? Pets.
Yeah, last night I thought you were just going to bed, man, so we went to bed. We didn't hear Courtney no more, and we said goodnight.
Yeah, Courtney.
Like, well, I guess we're going to go to bed.
Yeah, Courtney was still on. I said goodnight because what it was, Aiden come in, and because his monitor happened to some reason fall out of the wall, so his monitor shut off.
Yeah.
So when it did that, he come in here, thought that I did it, thought I turned off his PlayStation. So he goes in there to Courtney and starts telling Courtney, hey, Dad turned off my PlayStation, so I can't play with you. Well, so that kind of made me mad because that's like trying to start a fight between me and Courtney, even though it didn't, and whatever. And I'm like, you don't go in there. And I said, one thing you ain't going to do is call me a liar. I said, I did not turn off your thing, and I told you that, Aiden. I said, why would I have turned off your monitor, you know? And so then I finally come in here and turned it back on and stuff. But yeah, he's making a big deal out of it, screaming and going on. So Courtney muted the mic so you and Mary didn't have to listen to all that. Well, I was kind of mad at the time, so I was like, good night, yeah. You know, I wanted to just tell y'all good night that way, because I may or may not have got back on. You know, so, and Courtney was still, but anyway, Courtney was still playing. Courtney was still playing at the time. She just didn't say anything because she still had her mic muted because that way y'all didn't have to listen to it, because she knew that you had a headache and stuff, so she didn't want you to have to listen to all the screaming and stuff.
Oh, that's fine. I heard a little bit of it, Donnie. I figured that's what it was about.
Yeah.
That's why I figured that she was going to get off, and I was like, you know, it's already getting kind of late anyway, so
Yeah.
it's probably time for bed anyway.
Yeah, which we wasn't on long. We just stayed on long enough, and me and her went down to like, it was one of them stores or something that was down far, not far from where we were at, and we went to eat and bought a couple of clothes and stuff, and then we went to bed. So, I mean, we wasn't up much longer.
I saw it. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, I got my camo shirt. I got a camo shirt just like that. I got the sleeves cut out of. That's why I bought that one. I got a camo shirt.
I'm just happy you're all enjoying the game.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty fun.
Sorry we keep doing the same thing. I'm not trying to wear it out. But honestly, Donnie, it's like right now with everything that's going on, and do my best to explain this. With everything that's going on, it's the best way we can make money right now. I mean, we could do harder missions, more different things, but it's just going to get someone aggravated, you know, and then you're not gonna make that much money, and you're gonna be like, that was hard, and I did all that because, you know, and then only got paid $23,000 or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to just do this
No.
in an easier way.
We need to do the mission. Remember you said something about we can try to do it
me,
with
it
the 4 of
doesn't
us?
matter either way.
Yeah, I got you.
Because I want to try it
now,
because... Can we try to do it with 4 of us? Because,
I have to go after all the stuff again, because I tried to switch it and it didn't work. So now I have to redo all of that.
we can help.
I'm not tonight, even. Maybe another day.
If we're gonna do anything like that like this weekend or something like that, wouldn't be bad. Some of them we got time.
It takes a good hour and a half to do it all.
We gotta have plenty of time, and if you mess up, you're gonna have to
It's
start
only
over.
10. It won't take that
Yeah, I'm already tired.
Yeah, I'm getting half tired. Like I said, we got 2 more cells. We got my bunker.
You've gotta
and we
get-
got my, go ahead, Donnie.
I was just gonna tell Aiden he has to get ready to lay down too here in a few minutes, because we gotta get you back on the school schedule. That's why Mom woke you up early this morning. You gotta start getting back on a routine, because you're used to staying up till 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and you're gonna be getting up at like about 5:30, 6 o'clock every morning. So we gotta try to get you to sleep. And if you go to sleep around about 10 o'clock, you're usually pretty good about getting up. Anytime after that, you give Mom a hard time during school years trying to get out of bed.
Alright, well, I'm almost ready to go. I'm just gonna fly to the bunker now. And I'll send you on invite.
Okay.
The one good thing about it there, Donnie, is where, like, normally I'm not this fly, because you see me not fly all this time, right?
Yeah.
Being on the ground with you guys. The only reason why I've been doing the flying is because it's cutting my time almost in half. So I'm moving around, but I'm not keeping it up because it ain't really that useful. And even when it is, I mean, you gotta be able to use it. You know, you gotta be able to use it. You gotta know how to use it. You gotta know how to follow. You gotta know where the bullets and stuff go.
Right.
So it takes a little bit of time to learn how to use it in combat. And right now, it'd be a good idea. Like one day, I might call it out or something for them, or like the Deluxo, or not Deluxo, but the Oppressor too, so they can learn how to use it. So the one good thing is if we're like in one good thing it's really good for, in my opinion, Donnie, is like if we were in a, which I don't really want to do that, but in public lobbies,
Yeah.
if there's other people trying to chase us on the ground that are lower levels or higher levels, use combat vehicles. It's a combat vehicle. It's not a defensive vehicle. It's purely offensive.
I mean, it kind of is if you put rockets on it. You can still like fight back
You
and
gotta
stuff.
know what. Okay, Aiden, there's your pure defense vehicles and there's your pure offensive, and then there's your ones that are kind of like in the middle. Well, the Deluxo and the Oppressor are pure offense. You use them to go attack people. Okay, that's what they're for. They're for attack. That armored vehicle, the Stormbird, the other submarine cars, they're defensive / offensive because they could take a few shots before they blow up. Now like that Insurgent I have, that big old huge armored vehicle, now that is a pure defense.
Did someone enter in?